Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my dear children. How are you? I hope and dua that you're all well and doing good. Alhamdulillah. When you learn the Quran, you become like fresh, flowing, clean water, which is so good to see and so clean to use. But when people stop learning, they become like a puddle of water, which is a kind of a trouble for others, and its water is not clean to use. So, my dear children, knowledge makes you fresh and beneficial. Okay, let's see the dua first, and then we are going to talk about the ayat that we have chosen. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما. My dear children, today we have chosen ayah number 3 and 4 of Surah Yusuf. First we are going to listen to the ayat and then we are going to talk about them. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص بما أوحينا إليك هذا القرآن وإن كنت من قبله لمن الغافلين إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين.
The meaning is that, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we relate to you the best of stories through our revelation of this Quran, though before this you were totally unaware of them. Remember when Yusuf alayhi salam said to his father, O my dear father, indeed I dreamt of 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me. My dear children, in this ayah, Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam is talking about his very personal dream and he is narrating that to his father. But before we talk about this ayah, I just want you to know that Surah Yusuf is all about taking care of your relationships with other people, especially your own family, how to behave with your siblings, how the father should behave towards the children, and how the children should behave towards their parents, how a person should behave towards his boss, just like Yusuf alayhi salam was bought by a man and how he was honest and caring about his boss. So this surah is all about taking care of the relationships. And we should know that life is full of ups and downs, right? It has, sometimes we are so happy, sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are disappointed. The surah teaches us how to control our emotions and hold on to our good character even in the worst situations. So inshallah bi'idhnillah we are going to talk about that. In Surah Yusuf we learned that Yusuf alayhi salam went through a lot because of the jealousy of his siblings, so much so that they even tried to kill him, so that he is going to go away from the sight of their father and they are going to become the favorites of their father. But amazingly, we learn that the sweet-hearted, hard-working, honest, truthful, helpful, forgiving child went through a lot of difficulties and he still held on to his beautiful character and grew up as a Mohsin, a person who does the good deeds in the most beautiful manner. It is such a beautiful surah. I wish that you could listen to the whole surah and learn a lot of lessons, and alhamdulillah we have recorded the whole surah in English and in Urdu for children. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all to listen to that as well. Now the point that I want you to understand from these ayat is that Yusuf alayhi salam is sharing his personal dream with his father, and while telling him his dream he is saying, oh my dear father. That means that he was so close to his father that he did not go to his friends or anyone else to tell the dream. Nowadays, what is happening? The young children, they would tell all their secrets and all their worries and concerns to their friends or post them on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, so the whole world would know what they are going through except their parents. The parents don't know anything. The parents don't know the struggles that the children are going through because the children have stopped sharing their concerns with their parents, which is dangerous. Why? Because the parents are the most sincerest people for the children in this whole world, and they want the best for their children. But there is something that has happened in years. I'm just going to point that out, and that is that people they give us some slogans, right? And we make those slogans a part of our lives without knowing. Now, what does this slogan mean? Generation gap. They have given us this slogan, the generation gap, that the parents won't be able to understand, they are not going to take it easily, and they don't know anything, so you don't tell them anything. This gap between the ages is a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is not a generation gap with which we are going to take negative things. This means that our parents, they are older than us. Yes, we know that the technology and the society that they grew up with was different. These are normal things. Definitely, when you are going to grow up, then your children are going to think the same about you, right? Isn't that so? So, my sweet children, it is not a bad thing. Take it like this, that our parents are more experienced, they have more knowledge, they have more stories to tell us. Ask yourself, how do I call my parents? Do I call my father like this? My dear father, my hard-working father, my sweet Abuji, my handsome dad, my hero daddy. Do we say that? And do we call our mom like this? My sweet mom, my beautiful, cute mother, my dear mom, my best cook. Do we say these words of appreciation? Do we hug them? Do we kiss them? Do we tell them every day how much we appreciate their hard work? Do we say Jazakallahu khairan? This life is a test, my children. Here we have to know the tricks of shaitan to keep ourselves safe and on the right path. Shaitan tells us that our parents are our enemies. Shaitan tells us that they are not going to understand and they might harm us, which is wrong. He's a liar. He puts these thoughts in our minds and keeps us away from the most sincerest people. Just like in game, what do? You keep yourself safe. You try to save yourself from different hurdles and you get energy from some points. The same way, you have to keep yourself away from shaitan. He might trick you and influence you through media, social media, that don't tell your parents anything. They are not going to understand. They will stop you from your fun. My dear children, our parents are our best friends who want to see us successful in both the worlds. They never ever want to see us in trouble. Please be close to your parents. You talking to them, showing your love and appreciation every day will bring you closer to them. Tell them what is going on in the world right now, what is going on in the school, how things have changed. Educate them. Learn moral values and good character from them. Listen to their stories with excitement. Inshallah, soon you will feel that they are a source of great protection for you. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Do ihsan with your parents. Give them more than what they deserve. Even if sometimes they are angry, don't shout at them. Don't scream at them. Do not talk back or scold them. Be nice and humble. Allow them. And after their anger is gone, sit with them. Kiss them, hug them, and tell them that mom and dad, this was the thing. I was just trying to explain it to you, but you were angry. I'm really sorry about it. Once you say sorry, you show your love and inshallah you are going to build up that relationship which is going to protect you and give you a lot of reward. My dear children, one of the sign of the day of judgment is that the children are going to be disobedient towards their parents. Now, these days, children are listening to the media, children are listening to the celebrities, children are listening to the fashion icons, but the only people that they are not listening to are their parents. They go out with their friends and hang out with wrong people, and they don't listen to their parents. And the girls are mostly on the Instagram, and they are posting their pictures, and their parents are saying, no, don't do that, this is not right, but the girls are not listening. There are a few sins which get the person punishment in this world and in the hereafter, and one of those sins is disobeying the parents. If you obey your parents, your life is going to become easy, and in the hereafter, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, you are going to go to Jannah. So be nice, humble, caring towards your parents, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. And I hope that you are going to start calling your parents with beautiful names like my dear mom, my handsome daddy, my hardworking daddy. I love you, daddy. I love you, mom. I hope that these sentences are going to be regular on your tongue, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.